Warning, this video is only for 14 and up, and if you're under, please leave this video because I will not be accused of something I don't want to be accused of. Please, if you're under, leave the video. Stories go through the air. You can listen and you cannot. But stories are here to help. Understand what is right and what is wrong. But sometimes stories can do the opposite. There's no right or wrong. You have to form your own opinion. But that is not what you're here for. You're here to listen to this silly little god of this channel. Listens to his mind going on about his stories, about the different worlds where he's traveling to, and where he can make some small different in a timeline. Welcome to the Blue Mask What If channel. Hello everyone, this is Blue Mask and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys will have I hope you guys have fun in this video. And let's begin. Hello everyone, this is Blue Mask and welcome back to my channel. I hope you will enjoy this video. This is, and I will say this, the last episode of this one season, series. There will not come more. This will be the last part of this series. So I hope you guys will enjoy this last part. I know I haven't been in the Danmachi video game itself, but it was more like a modern take of what if Danmachi was a, video game than anything else, and the players live in the real world more times than others. I didn't want to be like SAO or Sword Art Online kind of series where they're trapped in there, they have to do something, rescue someone. No, it's just people being people playing a video game they really enjoy. So that is mostly what this series was about. It's more about the human interactions than anything else. So, I hope you guys will enjoy this last episode, like I said beforehand, of this series. So yeah, nothing more to say. Let's begin. We start to where we last left off, where everyone, went to bed after the whole streaming event of the second day happened. Where, everyone got introduced or anything else. Where, the characters was introduced and they did some other things in their campaign. They actually got a paid quest line to be in the series. So, someone paid to have a fan-made quest line come into the works, and Belle did it, and everyone enjoyed it. To see that they can actually donate money to them, so they can have some fun more in the game. That was where the event left off, and where everyone else went to bed and everything else. So now we pick up after that, the morning afterwards, where everyone got ready to play another session. Their actually last session of this campaign. It's a short one, but a good one. Belle stood in front and put on his mask, his rabbit mask and his cloak so no one could recognize him. Eyes did the same, and the others got ready as well. He looked at Haruhime that got the stream ready for everyone else. So, Haruhime, is the stream about to go on? Yes, it is. In around 5 minutes. And Bell saw the countdown go down from, well, on his screen. And he could still see the chat when the event started again. He could see the chat getting excited and everything else. A few of them still, a few people talked about what they're gonna find in the dungeon at this point in time. I think I said they were still in the dungeon. If I didn't, the whole campaign is in the dungeon. Belle looked at the chat and smiled a little about it and saw that there was around 10 seconds before everything started. Belle got ready and breathed in and out, getting excited again for this event. When the countdown hit 0 and Belle saw himself on the screen appeared, he smiled. Well, he said a big "Hello, chat, and welcome back to another session of this short campaign for you guys to enjoy." Belle says, or the rabbit boy says, as he looked at the camera in front of him, and he saw that chat got excited as well. Yeah, it's great to be back and having some little fun with my friends here. Now, people that is just joining, let me explain what has happened. Belle started to explain what has happened. They went to the dungeon and have gone into it, met a grandma goblin that needed some things done, and they, Lily and I think I said Ryu, went in and got something for the grandma, and the grandma gave the map for everyone so they can understand where they are in the dungeon. By the way, they have a paper map on, and the most important things that is gonna be viewed is gonna have their own. Okay, let me explain to people that don't understand. Belle has his uncle Sard is really into creating kind of building. He's a master cook. He's a great cook, but he also loved building up, Legos and Mega Blocks, I think the other company is called, where they can build whatever they want. So Sard has a lot of bricks that Belle and the others made some few rooms. They don't understand the campaign. Belle just gave them how they should look. But right now, every single map, there's a huge map on the table where the dungeon is. So, where we last left off, the party was around. Belle placed the figures in front of the first area of the staircase. Alright, everyone is ready to go? Belle looked at everyone and everyone nodded. Alright then. You all go down the stairs in the dungeon, looking around and seeing everything going on. It's quiet and still. Nothing is sound. No sound is coming down below the staircase. You walked through and entered a room in front of you. Belle put down a square kind of room that has, 3 ways into the dungeon, and a chest in front of them. I want to see what's in the chest, Lily says as she, pointed at the chest in the middle. Alright, Lily, give me a perception. Perception, the one to check if they're traps or not. Can you check me for that? Lily rolled and get around a 11. 11? Okay, yeah. Lily, you go over, your character go over to the chest and open it up to find a orange key. Belle handed over the key to Lily. Well, a picture of a mini block or a Lego key to her. Or just no, I will make this easy. He handed over a orange key that's printed on some paper and handed over to Lily. Lily grabbed it and looked at it. Huh. I thought there was gonna be some treasure or something, but I can't say anything. Lily, I put the key in the back of my pocket so I don't lose it. Alright, you do that. And anyone else? Belle looked around and I will say Harihime says she walks over to the right side of the room, looking down the right hallway. You walk over to that hallway and look down to see some torches going over to a little bit away, then it goes to the left side of the hallway. You don't know where it goes, there's no one there. Welf asked if he could check the left side of the room, and Aisha asked to check the middle part of the room. Alright then. Welf, your character goes over to the left side of the room to check down that hallway. He sees it goes a lot longer and then heads a little to the middle part of the middle path, straight forward or to the left. It goes sideways to the left. But you spot some few glittering things on it, and that's mostly what you see because of the torchlight. Let's see. Oh yeah, Harime get around a 7 perception check. Welf get an 8, and Aisha gets a 2. Aisha, when you look down that hallway, you can't see anything in front of you. The torchlight has gone... Sorry about that, my mic got cut off for a moment. The torchlight in that hallway has gone off, so you can't see down the hallway. So when you're looking down, you see absolutely nothing. Aisha sighed at this because she got around, I think I said 2, to look down the hallway. Sorry. When Aisha's character goes back to the other and inform them that the torchlight has, there's no light down that hallway, everyone, Belle asks, alright, what would you, wait a minute. 8. What would you guys want to do? Do you want to go to the left, to the middle, or to the right? We can split up, can we not? Welf asked the others, and the others thought about it. There is 3 hallways. There's like 8 of us here. Yeah, but that means that if we have to make sure, one group would only have 2 people. Yes, that is something. Aisha, I will go with Ryu because she is a archer and can get more damage than others. Then I will go with you, Harime says as her Belle placed her character with Aisha and Ryu. Sorry. I will go with Mikoto then, Lily says as Lily walks over to Mikoto. I think I said Eyes was a... Eyes took with Lily and Mikoto for this one, with Wealth and Lilith. I think I said was her name, Lilith. Yeah, it's Lilith, I think. Lilith and Wealth walks down, well, one hallway. Alright then, so which hallway would you guys choose? Me and Wealth here can go down the middle hallway because I glow a little in the dark. Or I can make fire on my skin without hurting me. Lilith says as she smiled. Lilith. Yeah, it's Lilith. Wealth and Lilith decided to go down the middle, and me and Aisha and Harime will go down to the right. Then, okay, you go to the right. You go towards the left. Belle says, pointing at the other team. I will skip a little further at this point to where Wealth and Lilith's character reach a small square kind of room with no exit or anything else but a chest in the middle. Wealth stopped Lilith's character for getting the chest and checked for traps, finding a trap inside that has it's a valuable item in there. That's not what they have to get, but it's valuable. But Wealth detected a kind of a trap inside of the chest if they remove the item. So Wealth got a fallen stone in the temple and switched the item with it, but the stone was a little too heavy for the platform, so the trap went off. So Lilith and Wealth sprinted down the hallway to the where they came from again, almost dodging death at that point. Lilith almost got the trap was around 13 for dodging. She rolled a 14 to dodge that. Wealth got 17. So they both got very lucky to survive that trap. So Wealth decided to go to Aisha's group, and Lilith decided to go to Mikoto's group. After that, the campaign went on a little bit further, where when Wealth arrived at, Aisha's group, they were in a fight with around 4, I would say, no, one's Silverback. That's a monster in this version of D&D. A Silverback and around 5 gray goblins. Or 5 imps. Sorry about that. Was standing in front of the group where Aisha and is helping Ryu with a wound she got from a imp that scratched her leg. So she got a little damage. So Aisha is healing her up, and Harime is protecting them with her weapons. After that, Welf gets inside and drew his dual swords, I think I said he has. His character drew 2 blades and fought with Haruhime, killing 4 imps, and Haruhime killing 3 when she got a 19 plus some other stats, getting a 20. So she cut up 3 imps. Welf got around 13 in. Hits 2 of them with 2 blades, almost killing them, but still had to cut them down even more when they have to fought a silverback. And after Aisha healed up Ryu used her bow to hit a nat 20 on a hit. So her arrows goes through the eyes and into the brain, hurting the silverback very hard. And their group, had to continue on with Mikoto, Lily, and Eyes, where, Lily and Lilith, when Lilith arrived, the others was doing a puzzle in the dark kind of situation. The whole room was pitch black, and any torches they took in could not even light up a lot, only could see some platforms in front of them. It's the Squid Game with the bridge made out of glass kind of way. They almost died 2 times before when Eyes helped, Lily up with some rope she got. After Lilith's character's arrival, they informed her where to go and to which platform, where Lilith got in front with Lily so Lilith could pull Lily up. After 5 minutes of doing this, their group got across the whole thing. When they walked down the hallway as well, they turned to the right side of the hallway, then walking down and to the left, and going to the right again, down, and then going to the left. When they reach a kind of weird dead end, when Lilith just decided to hit the wall Mikoto decided to hit the wall with her hammer, revealing that they led into the hallway where Lilith and Welf was in when they ran away from the traps. Confusion. The group got confused and walked down to where the chest was, where the traps has been reset again. They were off, so Mikoto just slammed the hammer on the spikes. It was spikes they had to deal with. She just destroyed the spikes with her hammer, just crushing them walking forward. When they got to the room and Lily decided to check for anything else than traps, she discovered that a wall towards the left is actually not an actual wall. So Mikoto destroyed it and they walked down to the right side. When Welf group was done with their adventure, the same thing happened to them, where they walked down another hallway, then a little more pathway, they reach back to the trap room, where they found the opening that Mikoto made. So the others checked if there were other ways, and there were not, so they walked down the same one. After some few minutes of them exploring this dungeon, they found Lilith group that was fighting the boss of this campaign. This being a... Ooh. No... Yeah, that one would work. Where they have to fight a monster called Yugias. It's the same kind of monster from Danmachi, but different. This Yugias has armor pieces on it, and just not bones. It had armor pieces on with a sword in its hand that is not a sword, a axe weapon in its hand to where it could strike, and was summoning, have 5 skeleton monsters there. Seeing that some of them was almost at that door, this being Lilith, so she was the kind of tank in this group. So the others immediately helped out. Aisha using one of her most powerful healing magic to heal up everyone in the area, where Harime went in and got Lilith character out of the way so she could protect with a magic spell she had called Strength Shield Wall. It was set up so it protected everyone. After that, Ryu shot some of the few skeletons' heads off, killing the monsters. Where Ralph cuts down some of the other skeletons that was in the room. After that, I use a spell. I think it was a spell. To, cut into Yuki's and trying to kill it. Where Mikoto had to be healed up because she got dangerously injured, and Lilith was also, was throwing knives at one skeleton's, killing it, making that no extra enemies was in there. When Mikoto got a nat 20 plus 2, so she got plus 22. So, Mikoto said she ran in towards Yuki's and wanted to hit one of its arms off and hit the head, cracking it, or killing it. Belle did some few maths and said that she ran in and jumped up to one of its limbs, the sword arm, and slammed her hammer into it, cracking the arm off. When Mikoto tried to hit the head, Yuki threw her off because she could hit the arm off but not hit the head yet. After that, the others, Aisha cast a magic spell to ward off undead monsters. Where Ryu shot some few arrows into Yuki's head, getting a few damage inside. And where Harime is still protecting the others. Lily is throwing some knives or cutting up some of the bones away from Yuki's. Welf is cutting into Yuki's as well, hitting the head. Where Lilith got also a nat 20, shocking everyone that everything was doing so great. Where she says she want to throw the axe into Yuki's chest to crack open the armor. Lilith got her way, and when she threw the axe spell described, it fly through the air and hit in and cracking through the armor of Yuki's, and cracking through the bone and hitting something in the chest of Yuki's that makes it stop for a moment and then shake violently. Everyone was afraid, so they asked if they could move towards Haruhime's protection. Bell said they could, and they did, but some of them still got injured from Yuki's exploding into bone fragments, so it goes around the room hitting everyone. You all got hit by bone fragment. Please say the damage. All of them survived, but were really low at their health. Bell smiled and said that after you defeat Yuki's, you see a chest in the middle that looks very silver kind of chest with small jewelries around it. They walked over to the chest and got the item they had to get, but Lilith took the chest itself with her. But Lilith had to carry it for her, because it was quite heavy for Lily's character. So after that, they got out of the dungeon and returned it to the village to return the item they had to get. No, it was a healing spell that they had to get and learn, so they did that and everything else. Sorry about that. And after that, the whole stream, after like 3 hours of recording, the stream came to an end, and Belle did an outro. Alright everyone, I hope you all enjoyed this little series, and I hope you all enjoyed this stream. Mikoto and Haruhime and Lilith will post this, what I understand, on their channel, so you guys can go and watch our recording. So, I hope you all enjoyed this series. Well, this little streaming event for all of you. Going out to the outro to Haruhime and Mikoto. Sorry. Mikoto and Haruhime smiled and said, "Have a lovely evening. Have a lovely day. I hope you all have a lovely time back home, wherever you are. Hope we can make you smile. Bye-bye, all of you." And the stream stopped. Everyone sighed and Bell sat down because he was standing up for a long time. Bell sighed and took off his mask and sighed a little. After that, everyone went to the kitchen and just was there and eating some food and getting some drinks. That was fun. Sorry about that. That was fun, Welf says as he looks at everyone else. I mean, streaming like that and having that kind of event. How was the peak of our event, Bell? Bell watched the status of people watching. At the peak, we got around 15,000 viewers. At the lowest, we got 14,900 viewers. Everyone was excited. Sorry. Everyone was excited about this kind of viewing. Haruhime and Lily was excited about everyone request for anything else. It was actually a viewer that donated to Bell to get the little trap with the Squid Game kind of situation. Bell wanted another fight with them, but a viewer donated to get a trap or the Squid Game glass trap in there, or puzzle in there. So Bell made it like platforms will break if they step on the wrong platform. A viewer actually requested, because Bell wanted to put a minotaur inside of the last battle. It was a huge donation, by the way. It was a huge donation to, well, it was a huge donation to Bell that he saw and was surprised and thanked the viewer, and his quest would actually come through. So Yuki's was put instead of Bell. He could actually just find a model. Bell had to use a skeleton head on a big guy instead. Was supposed to be a minotaur head, but he immediately switched it out with a skeleton head, and I had to explain it. So yeah, that was a fun event for everyone else. Bell decided to go outside on the porch of his aunt and uncle's house, sitting down and looking up to the evening sun going down over the horizon, where eyes came out and sit beside, Bell, and leaning her head on his shoulders. This was quite fun, wasn't it? It was. It was very fun to do with everyone else. And it was good to see all of them again. It was. Both of them smiled and looked at the sunset going down, where everyone else walked outside and looked at the sunset as well. It's quite beautiful, Aisha says as she hugged Ryu from behind, putting her head on top of Ryu's head, putting her chin on Ryu's head, looking at the sunset, where, Wealth and Lilith just watched the sunset holding hands. Mikoto and Harihime was next, leaning on the rails of the porch, looking at the sunset, with Lilith sitting a little bit away from Bella's eyes. This was fun. Maybe we could do this kind of event again. Yeah, but it needs to be a different kind of thing, Wealth says as looking at everyone. Maybe just us playing video games? Danmachi? Bell says, and everyone smiled at that. Maybe, Bell. Maybe. Bell smiled and looked at the sunset. His eyes was gleaming with the sun, and he smiled. We see the group in front of the house looking forward towards the camera, smiling at the sunset. And that is the last episode of this series. I hope you all enjoyed this. And by the way, if you hear that the battle music is not gonna come on this video, it's because it's not an actual battle. It's more a D&D game, so any game that has a battle inside of it will not have a battle music on, so you guys understand. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Good morning, goodbye, farewell, see you later, have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day, my blue mask. And a little surprise, there will come another video, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, that I will record. So you get 3 videos in 1 week. Hope you also enjoyed. Bye bye.